Plaintiff Sheba Mason says that just because she played a hooker in her mother's play doesn't mean she should get screwed out of her wages. She is suing for $700. Defendant Ginger Ryder claims the plaintiff told her she would act in the play for free. She owes her daughter nothing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. All rise. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good morning, Your Honor. It's case number 167 on the docket, Mason versus Ryder.
Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Oh, you are Sheba Mason. You are the daughter of the late Jackie Mason, who...
Yes, I'm Sheba Mason, and my father just passed away.
Yes, I am so sorry about that. I met him on several occasions, and from what I knew, he was a very funny man.
Yes, and I
grew up
actually
watching.
brought a little article from the Hollywood Reporter,
Okay.
which talks about all the things he's done.
Okay.
He was a legend. He did have 8 one-man Broadway shows. He won a Tony. He had HBO specials.
You are her mom,
Yes, I'm Ginger Ryder.
and Ginger Ryder. Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you, Judge.
And yeah, there's a picture of the late Jackie Mason. Okay, but you're here on a lawsuit, and you're suing your mom.
Yes, so I followed in my father's footsteps, and I became a stand-up comedian. That's what I do professionally.
Oh, okay.
With a little bit of acting work on the side.
Yes.
Now, we didn't always have a great relationship. The dynamics with my mother are a little bit different. We have good days and bad days, and today is a bad day because
I
I'm suing her
assume
in
you're
court.
suing her. Yeah, yeah. That's what I call a bad day.
It's not a great day.
Yeah.
So my mother is a playwright.
Yes.
And she wrote a play called Mel Schwartz Sleeps with Mae West. It's a musical comedy. It's a really funny musical comedy about a man who's going through a midlife crisis. He has
Yes.
a huge sex drive, and he gets a penile implant. And that's what the play is about.
I can't wait till the movie comes out. Okay.
So my mother practically begged me to be in this play because during COVID, she wasn't able to do anything.
Sure.
So she wanted me to be in the play because, I have a little bit of notoriety. I am a headlining comedian,
Yes.
nationally. And she wanted me to come to Florida to be in this play, and I would have a small role, which is why I agreed to it, because it wasn't a lot of work. I was just going to play Lester's second ex-wife.
I've got to see this play. Yeah. But okay.
So it was only supposed to be in 3 scenes. Now, mind you, the agreement was enjoy Florida for a few weeks, even though I'm missing all these other gigs, giving up money.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of work to do. It's a little tiny part. Just have fun, right?
Yes.
Now, 2 nights before the show opens.
Yes.
And the show is slated to be sold out, like for 3 weekends in a row, which was shocking because, of like what happened with COVID and everything.
Sure.
But it was like really going to be sold out. 2
Yeah.
nights before the show, the person who played the lead, who's a hooker named Marla, okay?
Oh, she plays a hooker. She's not a hooker.
Well, we don't know. She's questionable, okay?
I hired a real hooker for the part.
Pardon?
I hired a real hooker for the role.
Oh, you mean the woman that dropped out really is a hooker?
She was a real hooker because
What, she retired?
She was a well-spoken hooker. She was a
Well-spoken.
great actress.
There's
She played
nothing
a better
better,
hooker
yeah.
than she who stepped into the role.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm not a real hooker, that I'm actually a comedian and
Okay.
artist, okay?
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with hooking.
No.
It's a wonderful occupation. It's in the Bible.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Go ahead.
The role is that of a hooker named Marla.
Yes.
And she's the lead. She has a lot of songs, a lot of dancing,
Yes.
a lot of dialogue, okay?
Yes.
2 nights before the show opens, this person bails on everybody completely, leaves us all hanging. We've got sold out shows coming up. The show must go on, right?
Yes.
So what are we going to do? I learned the role. I stepped into the role because I cared about the cast, because I cared about my mother. I couldn't just stand and let this show get canceled.
You played the lead role.
Right, and I actually did bring along a photo of me as the hooker. I happened to be wearing the same dress, but I didn't realize that. Okay. So
That's your hooker outfit.
well, with this, it's my courtroom outfit, but okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Judge, I didn't want to play a hooker. I'm not like a hooker type. I'm a comedian. I don't want that.
Yeah. But
I don't like appreciate the, like the implications. Like, what if people find out I played a hooker later on, and like, I don't know.
You're an
And you
actress.
weren't. You were not a good hooker. You looked like one all the time.
I
but you
carried
did
the
not
whole
play
show.
it.
And you can see.
So how much did you get paid?
So I found out that everybody else in the cast got paid $500 for one role, and I was given $300 for 2 whole roles. I should be getting $1,000, which is why today I'm here to sue for $700.
Judge, as you can see, she's a millennial, a spoiled millennial, and she had said to me, it bothered me post-COVID, Ma, do the show, and I had to take a risk because it's post-COVID. Okay, how am I supposed to know that I'm going to have anybody coming to the show? People are afraid, social distancing, it's a small theater. And she said, Ma, do the show. I want to come to Florida. I love the role of Liz, the second ex-wife. And I just want to come, and I'll come for like a whole week of rehearsals, which she didn't show up. I was working very, very hard all this time, and we made a deal. Her word is her word. She said, you don't have to pay me. I said, good, because I have to pay everybody else. I have to rent the theater. I have to make sure my music is up to par, the set. If I don't have to pay you, that's a weight off my shoulders. But sure enough, when she came over, I had to take her out to eat in places I would never go to in my life. I had to watch her imbibe alcohol every night, which I'm entirely opposed to.
That's not
I
true.
had to listen to her broken heart because she's having problems with her relationship. Okay, this time I wanted to have a real hooker, so I hired a real hooker because I wanted the vibes of a real hooker. And she was great, this girl, except I think that night she got another job and she let me know 2 days before. Okay, so she had to do it and I appreciate it, but her
What was
word,
this other job?
please know that if you ever hire a hooker, they get a better offer, they're going to take it. Anyway, I found that out, and I think it's kind of vile that my own child is not honoring the 5th commandment, honor thy father and thy mother. All right, maybe not your father, but your mother. Okay, and she's suing me. I find it really insulting after she would take my car, use my gym pass, put on her sunglasses. They didn't know it was me. I couldn't go to the gym. I had to eat so much. I put on a lot of weight and without going to the gym because she was busy enjoying her life in Florida.
And what was she going to pay you? What did she say she was going to pay you? Did you talk about getting paid?
We didn't really talk about getting paid originally because of the COVID thing. She didn't know how many people would end up coming since, it was still nebulous.
We did discuss it.
Okay, so you say you discussed it, but there was nothing agreed upon.
Well, mind you, I'm giving up all sorts of comedy gigs to come to Florida to be in her play for 3 whole weeks.
Yeah, as it happened, there was no agreement ahead of time that you would get X amount of dollars.
Not really, no.
Okay, that's good.
Before the play, I gave her 2 of my stimulus checks to help her with her rent because comedy was not doing, that well
Sure.
at the time because
That was
everybody's
as a
afraid.
mother, not as an employer.
Tell me, did the production make money?
All right, I made money. So I gave her $300. Is that so terrible? I think she should get down on her hands and
She
knees
made
and
a lot
thank
of money.
me for paying her, for treating her to dinner, for dealing with her drinking every night.
Excuse me, do you see that she copies everything I do? I dye my hair blonde, she dyes her hair blonde. Deals are broken
I was
in
on
this
the
business.
planet
She's
long
even
before
wearing the
you.
same shoes I'm wearing
She
today.
copies, she's like, the cat follows me around the house all the time, watches everything I do. She's the same thing.
You know what?
She copies my hair, my shoes, my dress.
Upon her having surprisingly sold out shows every single night, it was packed. People loved the show. People came back 2 and 3 times because of me. I saved the show. She could be a little generous and pay me at least what she paid everybody else, at least for my ego.
I produced it, wrote it, had to do all this, and she doesn't take into account all the money I put into it even before this particular production. And I believe that a word is a word. Person says you don't have to pay me. I didn't pay her.
But I did work to learn a role, which she would have had to cancel the show.
I totally believe you worked, and I totally believe you're both talented, and I can see that you're both very funny. And I know mothers and daughters fight. It's part of being mother and daughter, and the next thing. But they always love each other, and it's back and forth, back and forth. I get that.
But this is like she should pay me just because I saved her.
I can tell you what I think is the right thing to do. I think the right thing to do is to, if there's going to be money involved, you talk about it ahead of time. And the right thing to do is mothers shouldn't sue daughters and daughters shouldn't sue moms. That's what I believe, but that's not legal. Legally, you have a right to sue whoever you want to sue. But legally also, you said something which is very key. You said you don't have to pay me. Once you say that, and you said deals are broken in show business. Yes, deals are broken a lot of places, not just show business. But that's not right, and that's why people go to court, because once you make a deal, you're not allowed to break it
But that was when we really assumed that we would have very sparse audience.
Deals are made, and sometimes they're bad deals because you assume things that don't actually turn out to be the case.
She should have done the right thing.
Well, that's separate.
Had we known we were going to have a sold-out show, it might have been.
Okay.
But you could err on the
did
side of
say-
generosity.
I figure that when you say something, Sheba, you mean it, okay? That's a
That was
person
because we
who
thought
honors their
5
word.
people would show up. You had like
Okay.
practically sold out for social distancing rules.
Okay, the case is dismissed.
A person's word is a word. She pushed me. She said, do the show, and you don't have to pay me. You don't have to worry about paying me. She didn't say no matter how much money you make. She just said, you don't have to pay me. And so I took her at her word.
I don't think so.
Like somebody else wants to hire you in their play. They all want a very short girl who looks very Jewish in their play.
Well, that's why I became a comedian, because they don't really pick people like me to be in the lead in plays that much.
Plaintiff Kendra Smith claims she lent her man money to boost their music careers, but instead, he spent it on cool kicks and nights on the town. She is suing for $5,000. Defendant Mario Johnson claims he did spend the money on their careers because going out and looking good is all part of the game.
Kendra, you want to be called Nubian Queen?
Yes, that's correct.
You are the Nubian Queen.
That's
and
correct.
Mario, you are Goldmouth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I wonder where you got that name. Yeah. Smile. There you go. You two have a relationship, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. How is the relationship going now?
I mean, the relationship is going good, Your Honor, but all he want to do is music. That's all he
Yeah.
want to do. He don't want to work.
How
he
is
just
the
want to do
relationship?
music.
Well, Your Honor, I think it's very good. We look very good together.
Yeah.
She's my fiance now, and
Oh.
that's why I don't understand why she's trying to sue me.
So what is this? Why are you suing him?
Your Honor, I met Goldmouth about a year and a half ago. So I was out.
Yes.
And a car pulls up. Okay, it's Goldmouth, of course. All right, he wanted me.
Oh.
All right, and he stopped at nothing to get me and to have me.
You just saw an attractive woman on the street and you just pulled up and said, hey.
No, I just admired her ambition. She was out,
Oh,
you know,
I'm sure you
promoting
stopped
her.
because
Yeah.
of her ambition. Wow, did
Of
you
course,
see
of
her
course.
ambition? Man. Okay, so he stopped and said what?
And he asked me out, and so I declined to offer. All right, that's when he went on and on. He told me a little bit about himself. He told me that he did music.
Yes.
So he didn't know, but that kind of intrigued me when he said that he did music.
music, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up giving him my phone number and also my social media
So he could look you up on Facebook,
or Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah. So he left, and I didn't know if this was going to be the last time I saw him or
Yeah.
talked to him. I just enjoyed our conversation.
Well, yeah.
So a couple of days later, he called me, and the first thing he said was, I didn't know that you did music. So I guess he had been on my Instagram. And he said, I didn't know that you did music. And I was like, well, you know, some things you have to find out on your own. At that time, he invited me to come out to his show that he had that night.
A regular show at a club or something?
Yeah, he was performing
I'm
that
a
night.
music artist, Your Honor.
The next day he called me, and I think we went out again that night. And we went out like every night after that.
And
we
so you
kinda-
two became an item.
We did.
Did you
we
move in
did.
together?
Yeah, so after about a month and a
Okay,
half
so
or
you're
so.
living together. So why are you suing him? He's a nice guy, no?
So, yeah, he asked me for $5,000 to pursue, you know, his music career.
What was to be done with the $5,000?
Yeah, he was just gonna put it, you know, into promotions and
I did.
videos,
Okay.
stuff like that.
So-
But I mean, he said he wanted a loan. He asked for a loan. I agreed to it. The $5,000 that I gave him
Was
I
a
took
loan?
It was a loan, yeah.
You told him it was a loan.
He knew it was a loan. He asked to borrow it.
Was there any arrangement as to when he should pay you back?
Well, he said once the music and everything popped off,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He was going to be making money off of his streams.
You know, pretty much I just was, you know, trying to get our name, trying to make me and her both celebrities, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Which I did some of that. You seen the video. I got his music video. You know, I took out on nice
You
dates,
used the money
flowers.
to produce that video?
Somewhat,
Some of
Your
the
Honor.
promos.
Somewhat.
Oh, those are the promos?
Yeah, like those are blogs. If you can see there,
Yeah.
I got our song on like a emerging 300 artist chart.
Okay, but he didn't use all of the money, Your Honor, for promotion. He used the money to buy expensive tennis shoes, expensive designer clothes. He took all of his people out and paid all of their way into the club because he wanted to live a life like a celebrity, and he wanted the celebrity image.
So you were using that money to
splurge?
No, I was using that money to promote, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, putting
Pretty
on
much.
shoes
Going
is
to the
promoting.
mall.
Yes, because I have to look good, to be an artist.
Well,
When
keep working at it.
Yeah, when you walk in the establishment, you want everybody to notice you.
People buying bottles for people, all kind of things.
Do I have the proof that he said he was going to pay you back, when he would pay you back? Show me something.
Yes, Your Honor. I have a signed letter.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Man.
now
He signed.
Well, I'd like to see
July
that.
5th, years
Well,
ago.
okay, well, this is significant.
So-
If you signed a loan, then it's a loan. Let's
Yeah,
see.
but I don't feel like I should pay her back. She my girlfriend, Your Honor. She my fiance.
That's between
Right.
you two.
Right.
I mean,
You
I
know that money-
understand. I'm not saying she
I
was.
help her, she helped me. That's what a
I
relationship
get that.
about.
You should have thought of that before you asked her to marry you. No. I'm saying, look,
I don't think I signed it.
Your signature.
show him it.
Wow.
Definitely
Don't say
signed
you
it.
didn't sign it.
Oh,
Right.
That's you signed it. You signed it.
Well, Your Honor,
You
she's still
signed
my
it.
girlfriend. She shouldn't even be bringing me here today.
You did sign it. It says, I, Kendra Smith, loaned Mario Johnson $5,000
Man.
in support of his music career. He has agreed to pay the money back within the next year. You
Yeah.
both
And you
clearly
got
I
to
ain't
stand on
signed
your
it. I don't
word.
think
Okay.
I signed it.
You got to be a man of your word.
I think she tricked me to sign that, Your Honor.
I want
Look,
my money back.
Oh,
I bought
God.
you a ring.
But it wasn't included in the contract. You didn't say that was going to be deducted from the $5,000.
I bought you a ring. God, you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You signed it. You owe the money. You said you would pay it back within a year. The year has
you.
passed as of a month ago. I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $5,000.
Yeah.
Man, that messed
Gotcha.
up, man.
Yeah.
That messed up.
Yeah.
You can get
Thank
your
you,
money back.
Judge
You can get
Jerry.
your money.
Thank you so much.
We supposed to be getting married, but I don't know. I just really think it's messed up.
Now I can get my money back. I'm very happy with the ruling.